We all have that one mindless routine, a quick scroll, a fast snack, a little distraction that barely registers. A 10-minute phone check every hour, 20 minutes of scrolling over lunch, and half an hour of browsing before bed aggregate into roughly 2.5 hours of lost time every day. Compounded over a full year, those brief distractions result in 912 lost hours. This chart shows how those hours translate into economic capital. 900 hours equals 22.8 full work weeks. At a standard $20 hourly rate, this habit costs over $18,000 a year in lost time value. Most people respond to this data with a surge of panic, attempting to quit immediately through sheer force of will. This shock-induced motivation provides the initial spark for change, but relying on that emotional spike to override long-term biological patterns usually leads to a total collapse of discipline. In The Power of Habit, author Charles Duhigg demonstrates that willpower is an ineffective tool for long-term behavioral change. This diagram illustrates the engine of every habit, the cue, routine, reward loop. A specific trigger initiates a routine, which the brain performs to receive a chemical reward. Quitting cold turkey removes the routine while leaving the cue intact. The brain continues to trigger, but encounters a void, leaving the neurological system under constant stress as it searches for the missing reward. This internal chemical demand is incredibly difficult to ignore. 73% of people attempting this method relapse within the first 7 days. Ending the habit requires a mechanical intervention in this loop. Survival during the first 14 days depends on a strategy of substitution. You must keep the original cue and the anticipated reward, but swap out the middle routine for a different behavior. Someone triggered by workplace stress might replace a snack with 5 minutes of focused breathing. The stress trigger and the physical break remain the same, but the delivery mechanism changes. This phase is grueling. The brain resists the new behavior because it has not yet linked the replacement routine with the reward. This substitution acts as a neurological patch, maintaining the system's function while the previous toxic routine slowly loses its influence. Between day 14 and day 43, the brain enters a dopamine reset. Baseline sensitivity begins to recover from the previous overstimulation. University College London conducted an extensive study on the mechanics of neuroplasticity to determine exactly when these changes become permanent. This data tracks the decline of biological resistance over time. The chart shows that it takes an average of 43 days of consistent substitution for a new neural pathway to become automatic. By day 44, the physical battle is largely won. The focus then shifts from biological management to psychological reinforcement. James Clear's research highlights the importance of identity-based language. Internal monologues must shift from trying to quit to I am someone who does not do this. Adopting this identity eliminates the constant decision-making fatigue associated with resisting a craving. This psychological alignment increases the rate of long-term %. Beyond 90 days, the new behavior is no longer a conscious effort, but a stable part of daily life. Data shows successfully changing one major habit makes a person 3.2 times more likely to alter other unrelated behaviors. Removing a negative routine triggers a chain reaction. Better sleep hygiene leads to improved cognitive clarity, facilitating higher productivity. The absence of a destructive habit creates a vacuum of time and energy that positive routines naturally fill. Past failures to quit usually result from an unaddressed biological loop rather than a lack of character or strength. Behavioral change involves reclaiming lost capital and building a new environment where the old routine is completely incompatible with the life you have constructed.